Embarrassing, bro. Let Bryce would have said that. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, I would
You
have fucking nailed him to the cross. Oh, you're right. Hey, you're right, bro. You're right. I would have nailed him to the cross. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. So, I mean, long story short, on Monday, Joe Person, excuse me, dropped an article on the Athletic about the wide receiver room pretty much summing everything up, being the deepest that it's been in a very, very long time, and tough decisions coming up. Now, Panthers Twitter was up in arms because he said that there were only a couple of names that were locks. Would you like to know the locks?
Yes.
XL, Nalo, and Adam Thielen. And niggas were up in arms because Jalen Coker wasn't on that list. So I just wanted to get y'all's reaction on that.
Yeah, I just don't understand how not. So that was only, 3 receivers?
Yeah. He said everything else is up in the air.
I mean, if you're going to say XL is a lock, I mean, I know you're saying that based on, him being drafted in the first round, you trading up to get him, and not to be the dead horse, but if I go look across the field and Jalen Coker had just as good of a season or even better season than him, I don't understand how that can make him a lock, or not make him a lock, rather. So I don't understand that.
The injuries, potentially. Him being an undrafted free agent, potentially. I think there's a couple of reasons why you could say that, especially when you went out and got Jimmy Horn. And Jimmy Horn, actually, I'm just going to read this paragraph, and then I'll come right to you. But this is from the article. Said Thielen agrees. For the first time, this is a quote from Adam Thielen. For the first time since I've been here, you look around the room, and I don't know who's going to make the team. And that's a great thing, he said. Thielen, McMillan, and Leggett are locks. Horn likely is too, given that the 6th-round pick could well be the Panthers' punt returner. That leaves veterans Hunter Renfrow, Dan Chisna, and more competing with younger players like Coker and undrafted free agent Jacoby George fighting for the final spot or two. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I actually touched on this last week. I feel like Joe be tapped in. Shout out to Joe.
He also be on bullshit sometimes, too.
I'm talking about tapped into the pod.
Yeah, shout out,
that's pretty much exactly what I said last week. And I was like, I can understand why people would be feeling a certain type of way about Coker potentially making the roster, considering the fact that he was an undrafted rookie. And he had an okay season. Like, by an undrafted rookie standard, he had a really good season, but it was still just an okay season in the eyes of an NFL receiver. Couple that with the fact that this receiver room has gotten a lot better this offseason, and you're hurt. So
I think that's the biggest thing. Now,
he had an injury problem coming into the NFL, and now you're hurt again. And it's a soft tissue injury, and hamstrings and things like that can be a little bit funky. Like, I know it's really early and we're really far into the summer. However, this is one of those things, like, if it doesn't get right now, because he's going to have to push it in training camp because he's going to be fighting for a roster spot. He's probably going to be playing preseason games, so he's going to have to push it then too. This is one of them things that could start to snowball and get a little bit out of hand if he doesn't get it right now.
Yeah.
So I do see a world where Jalen Coker does not make the roster. It would be very unfortunate because I don't think that the rest of the guys that we named outside of a Jimmy Horn is better than Coker from what we've seen, and Hunter Renfrow as well.
I was going to say that, but I just didn't know if I wanted to die on this hill this week.
Yeah,
but I think that Hunter Renfrow could not arguably. I think Hunter Renfrow is better than Jalen Coker.
Because he's done it. He's proven.
Right.
Hunter Renfrow is a proven commodity in the NFL.
But he did almost croak last year.
Right, and allegedly he's back to full health, so we're just going to go with that for now because we haven't seen anything to contradict that report, and since we can't lay eyes, thanks to Dave, on the camp this year, we won't be able to verify it, but I don't think David Moore – we've seen enough of David Moore. We know what he is. We know who he is. The other rookie undrafted free agent.
Jacoby George.
And Musha Muhammad's son is on the team. Or
he got cut, I think.
Oh.
I think he got cut already based on injury. He got injured during rookie camp, I believe, and they let him go.
And that's how cutthroat it is. So, yeah, there's definitely a world where Coker does not make the team, and it would not surprise me.
This is via Carolina Blitz on Twitter. If you're not following them or following not following them than you need to, and it's headed by Vashti. So shout out to Vashti and Lowe and everybody that is associated with Carolina Blitz. But this is a video that they took. This was the final day, I believe, of mandatory minicamp when Dave Canales was asked about that wide receiver room. I'll just play this clip very, very briefly.
And so that's the part. I think it's going to be very difficult. I think that we're going to have to take it through the preseason games and see who can help us. And special teams is going to be such a huge piece of that puzzle. How can these guys help us in the coverage units? Can they help us as a returner? Those things that added value, if it's even the special teamer, makes the team. And so that's the part where we get to challenge our guys, find a role, take this thing seriously. You're not here just to catch passes. We only get so many helmets on game day, so we need all of you. We need you guys to contribute in different ways.
Which, I mean, honestly, when you take a look at what Dave Canales said in that regard, it becomes kind of a hard sell to see Hunter Renfrow making the team over Jalen Coker or over, a couple of different guys, because Hunter Renfrow really doesn't provide any value from a special teams perspective. Jalen Coker really doesn't either, because I don't think that we saw him at any point return at all. I don't know if Jalen Coker did much at all on special teams last year, and I'm sure if that's not accurate, you guys will let me know in the comments, and please do so if that's not accurate. But, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. That room is very, very deep. And I said I was actually went back and looked at some of the videos that I did over camp last year, and I think I was a year early, because last year during training camp, I was kind of gassed up off of the receiver room because I have faith in guys like TMJ and Jonathan Mingo, obviously blind faith. Shout out John, man. Shout out John. I still love, but he just unfortunately couldn't get the job done. But I think I was a little ahead of myself in that regard, because I think that now officially this year, that room is very, 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 very deep. And I could see a situation in which the Panthers keep 6 or 7.
I do want to, pump the brakes just a little bit, though, on the Panthers wide receiver room, because I know that we've been praising them a lot this offseason. Because we think that they have gotten better, ideally. We're anticipating XL to have grown. We're anticipating Tet to be good. And we're anticipating Adam Thielen to continue to do what he's been doing. However, I do just want to throw out there that Adam Thielen is aging, and we don't know what he's going to do. Tet is a rookie.
Can I pause you? Adam Thielen is aging, but he hasn't dropped off at all, literally. Last year,
but
he had the injury.
It happens fast, though. In the NFL, that drop-off happens. It's like a cliff. It creeps up on you, and it just...
Adam Thielen is nothing more than a chain mover and a reliable set of hands.
Which is exactly where I'm going, right? Even at his best, that's what he is, right? And you have Tet, who is an unproven rookie. We all think he's going to be good. However, we just simply don't know yet, and he is a rookie. And then you have XL, who was not good last season and who's had to put in a lot of work this offseason, and we're hoping that he's going to be good. So, there's a lot of guys. And then Jimmy is a rookie. Coker's an undrafted free agent. For as much praise as we've been giving them for their depth and how competitive this room is being, we still have to be cautious and not be blindsided if this room doesn't quite pan out exactly how we're thinking, because we are still operating with a lot of unknowns in this room. But we think they're going to be good. We just simply don't know right now.
Yeah.